Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to start painting a beautiful vacation vibes, which is the nice view of the beach. And I'm going to work with these materials, which is acrylic paint, brushes, palette knife on top of the palette paper, mixing the colors. And then the surface I'm going to work is wood actually panel, not canvas. Doesn't matter, any surface you have would be great to use. And this is the same as a canvas. It's a standard wood, so it's not really thick on the edge, and the size is 7 by 9 inches. So we need the colors that match with our landscape, our seascape, and that's the two different blue color I'm going to mix, which is light blue and dark blue, cobalt and cerulean. And I would like to show the nice sky, which is a little bit warmness it has, so I'm going to use yellow, reddish brown, and the brown. If you don't have reddish brown, that's okay. With the red you can mix with a little bit brown and make the color, the new color, close to this reddish brown. The other things that we need to make all the colors lighter is white. And yeah, let's start for applying our paint on a canvas. Beside that, we need the brushes. I'm going to use two different sizes of brush. The larger size for hold the background of painting and the smaller one for the details. And I'm going to use a little bit palm trees for the stance, so it's good to do it pointy and round brush. So if you have it, that's great. And I prefer to mix my paint, actually acrylic paint, on top of palette paper because acrylic has glue inside, stick to any surface you're working, so it's easier to just mix here and then put this paper in a garbage. So we need a glass of water for cleaning our brushes, and we need rag or napkin to clean our brushes and wipe it with that. So let's start mixing our paint. Okay, now we set up our palette with the white, yellow, light blue, dark blue, and two different brown color, reddish brown and just a dark brown. So we can separate first of all the sky part from the beach, and then the water part, and then we work first of all from the sky, which is the warm colors that I want to finish that part first, and then we move down and work on the water. This is our painting that we are going to work on it, and I separate this part, finish the sky, and then move down, so we can move on to do together. First of all, I'm going to work with the warm color. The warm color is actually like a reddish brown or yellow one, doesn't matter which one. So I can just separate with yellow. I want to be visible for everyone, and here I hope it's visible. So gently I just separate the sky. I think because the sky is nice orangey warm tone, I'm not sure it's good just with the brownish. I think it's nice to have orange color to add as well, or if you don't have orange you can use the red and then mix a little red with the yellow. So I think it's nice to have a little bit reddish color. Well, that's okay. And then with palette knife take some yellow, mix with the little tiny bit red, because if you see red is so strong and can change the value very fast, so we need just a little bit. That's the perfect color that we need for our sky part. So I'm going to take just a pure yellow, and I'm not adding any water in my paint because I would like to have warm color and thick paint, because we have two ways to move on for our acrylic paint. Acrylic is a water-based medium. You can use it look like oil a little, or you can use it look like watercolor. So because I would like to be more same as oil color painting, I use just a pure paint, heavy texture. You see heavy, I mean lots of paint I take on my uh, brush and then use it on a canvas. And even it's easier when you go with a really heavy and thick paint, easier to cover white of canvas or creamy color of wood. And I would like to move on a little lighter on top, so warm color here. Even this part is more orangey tones. I take this color. When this two paint is wet, they very lovely blend together like that. Let them mix so gently here inside yellow. Again, back to yellow. More pure yellow. And at the top part, I prefer to have more brighter color, which is sky color. I mean the white color, that it's more brighter. We have two ways. We can mix our paint on a palette and then apply on a surface, or we can just go on to take the white color and bring it on top of yellow. So I clean my palette knife, I take yellow, take white color, a little bit prefer to mix here on a canvas, on a what's this, palette paper, then move for the wood or surface. So I need more of this paint, so again take yellow more, little red, mix them together to reach the lovely value we have. Okay, now because of the thick paint that I use, still the edge is wet, so I can bring the lighter tone now right away and apply on top of the sky. And I don't want to see the line, so I bring the pure yellow on top of this light color and take the light color, bring it closer a little bit on lower part of the sky to let it move into each other very lovely. Okay, back and forth with lots of paint. Just apply with more paint to cover the surface more and more. And then with this three color, which is yellow, orangey, and then light yellow color, we want to make our sky be more nice. And then I'm going to add a little bit orangey tone here. Even this brush stroke is lovely because it looks like a cloudy shape, but it's okay. You can add the cloud later. Not now, it's fine. And then on the edge, I prefer just clean my brush very well with the rag like this, wipe it like that. There's no paint on it, and I'm taking just a pure white color and apply on the edge to make it more lighter color. It's a little darkness it has on top, or brownish tone. So first of all, I make it wet with the white color, and then I take a little reddish brown, very little, with the brown, with the white, to mix together. Give me some color like that, or even I can add a little bit the brown too, and then apply here, just a little, changing the tone. Yeah, more feeling of brownie, but not the brown. I want to make it look like a creamy brownie, something like that. And then apply with the cloud on top. It more show us that color more visible. So keep it like this for the sky. That's the good color for the sky. We wait everything get dry completely, and then we move on to add the cloud on top. Okay, still the background of the sky is wet. We can wait completely get dry, or we can move on to work on the bottom part, which is the water, which is the beach and everything. So we can draw this shape of the separation between the water that come in a beach, and then we can go like this. I just imagine here a little bit down, or even we can go with the orangey tone, a little go inside, come out less here. Just you can shape more, look like a beautiful beach around the water. So like that. I just having like this, and then apply with the pure paint first with the yellow. In some case we can add white color to make it lighter. Sometimes it's easier to go with the thicker paint and heavy paint to let it be wet, because if we want to bring another color on top, it's easier, so they can very lovely mix together. So just go with this color really heavy, and then move on with the orange color, but we need a really darker tone on this side to come to make like a rock or something, like a, I cannot say mountain, but it's a rock. But I'm going with that color a little later to let it, this warm color, dry fast, and then we can move on with more paint to shape it. You see here, it's lovely blend together with more yellow and orangey tone. Even if we go with a really thick paint, it's okay, because it's come on top of the water. So even when we add the blue water, blue color of the water, and it's come a little bit to cover it, we will come back again, work on this yellowy part, add a little bit browny tone to help it shows that this is on top. So we can leave it like this to get dry, and then finish the water, and then apply again to add this browny color of the rock around of our beach. So okay, now the orangey yellowy color are done, so we can move on to the water and add the blue, the two blue color we have, and then mixing with the white and make the wave on top and everything like that. We can do make the light color here. Actually we have two way. We can mix our paint like here, like this on a palette, or we can make directly with this pure paint on the surface of our canvas. For the sky and the beach, and I just mix here and then show it here. But for the water, I want to show the other technique, which is apply with these three color on top of the surface of our canvas. So I'm going to start with light blue color, really heavy and thick paint I'm going to do, and then apply very thick like this. So cover it. At the same time, I don't want to let it dry. I'm going to take lots of paint, but the blue color is really it's bright and dark, so it's nice to have white color as well on top, and then let it blend. When you go with the pure white on top of the light blue color and back and forth of brush stroke, it make a light blue color. You can mix these two color here, or you can do like that, both technique. But we don't need to make it really light, because I want to have some pure white color to show as a wave. Because of that, I don't blend it a lot. And at the same time, again, I'm going to take some darker blue, which is cobalt, to draw the line at the edge of the horizon. First of all, I want to make this beautiful horizon. I'm going to add a little bit mountain on distance later, but now I just want to separate the sky from the water with this dark color. Or even better to add this dark color when it's dry completely, to draw the line more narrow and perfectly. So I have an idea just like that, and then draw more darker tone later. And then when it's not dry, when it's still wet, take a lots of bluey tone and bring it on top like that. To make the wave, just really thick paint, I just slowly adding on top of the water to shape the wave. even a little bit here at I want to take the white color for the sun to add on the center of the surface of sky. Because of that, I don't add any blue here. So we can control our hand to add the pressure to shape the wave, or add less pressure to do a little bit like a puffy wave like that. And then pure white color at the same time. The surface is still wet. You see that? It's still wet, so they can mix together. But when I want to add the white color on top or the dark blue color, I just very gently help it sit, and I'm not adding any pressure because I want to be visible all these beautiful wave, or even thicker paint to show a really heavy wave on top like that, and slowly move it to cover the rest of the canvas. So again, back to the blue. Make sure there is no white of the canvas be visible under the surface. So if it's still visible, please take a lots of paint to cover it like that. Pressure. Now it's time to add the pressure because we want to cover whole the surface with the paint. Make a little bit thick paint, heavy paint, and pressure with a lots of light blue. And then we are going to add white color. In some part that we want to add it lighter tone, so we add again the pressure in our hand to let it blend together and give us a lighter blue. But if you want to show a white as a wave, you need to add less pressure in your hand. So okay, now white color very gently to show this thick paint as a wave on top, especially close to the edge. It goes heavier like this, more thick to be visible. Even close to the beach, I'm going to add more white color as a wave. You can go with the side of brush. Side of brush is like that, one part like this. Plate to show these are heavy paint of wavy brush stroke. So if I bring it closer, this lovely brush stroke that it's really thick, it's visible. I don't pressure in my hand because I want this thick paint cover the water. And now I need to take the darker blue as well, so I clean it my brush with this, squeeze it, so just wipe it. I don't need the water now. Take the darker blue, and then okay, so take some darker blue now. I want to shape as a wave here. Heavy paint is easier like that. I just keep it to be really thick here on the water, on top of the water, and even here move it like that. So even a little bit here maybe, and here under this white color. It's lovely to have darker blue as well. We can move on with the pure light blue to let it, this play of light and dark, very thick, it's lovely. If we blend it, it doesn't show that much wave actually on top. Then clean it with the wipe or napkin, and then take heavy white color on top of each heavy paint like that, and just gently let it move on top of very dark color. part we need to do some back and forth to show them they are making the beautiful light color on top. Some part we need just leave it very thick. For this dance I'm playing with the white to make it a little blend, light, even here. Some part you see that it's dry, so if you want you can add a little bit pure blue to make them wet again. Okay, I think would be enough. We don't need to make it more busy. I love this. So clean the brush and let me bring it closer. It's more visible, this thickness of the paint. So I'm just playing the wave on top of each other. We clean the brush and then we move on for darker color of the brown and then add this dark color here. But before that we can or maybe later, because the white or light yellow color that we want to add on the sky as a sun and the reflection into the water, need this surface be a little bit dry, because when yellow and blue mix together give us green color. So for this part I would like to make a little bit warm color I already have with yellow, orangey tone I mean, with the red, a little bit red to give me lighter orange, or if I add more red, give me darker orange. So more paint. That's great. And I have reddish brown and I have just dark brown as well. So we can make the cloud and we can make the rock on top. So for the cloud, I would like to first of all make wet a little bit the surface, some part like here, and then apply with this color. With this color, with this brush which is filbert, it's easier to shade the cloud. It's already round, and even you can mix a little bit white with that on top to let it puffy, move more puffy like that. A little bit here. I add just the pressure on my brush to shape look like a cloud. Even the white color is nice to bring. Let it a little gently dry brush stroke like this happen on top of the sky. Because the surface is dry now, we can go with the dry brush strokes on part. Not heavy paint, just this is the orangey base, and then a little bit reddish brown I'm coming on top with that. Like that. And each cloud I try to make the tip a little longer, so I'm not just a puffy. It's a style, but if you don't like it, you don't have to. Pressure, shape it like that, make it long. Shape it long, pressure of the cloud, make it round, long, sorry. And then even with this brown, a little bit darker on top. Like that. If you don't like it, back with the reddish orange, or we already have the orange, so no worries, you can add another color. I'm not using any water, I just want to dry brush stroke to be visible on my painting. And even the darker cloud, sorry, the darker is better to be with the darker brown here, make it more like this. Even we can add a little bit white into this color, which is dark brown, give us a creamy tone. We can have some movement with this creamy tone on top of the cloud. Okay. And then now we can add a little drop of water. So I clean my brush with the water, just We'll touch the napkin. For the bottom part, I would like to use a little bit watery brush stroke to make this part smoother. Let it blend smoother to the sky, like that. After it gets completely dry, it go to the texture of the wood and move to the background. Okay, so a little bit here. That's the watercolor technique, so we can go and add here on a acrylic as well to disappear the edge, hard edge, with watery brush stroke. Okay, I'm happy with it. A tiny mountain I would like to add there. And the other point is when the paint is not move easier, because some paint are so sticky, we can add a little drop of water to that, so that's okay. So shape the rock here, sorry, the mountain on this stance. I just go with the color which is lighter first to have an idea where it should be placed, and then make the color little by little darker. And just the top of the mountain is dark. You don't have to add this darkness everywhere if you don't like it. Okay, just shape the mountain like that, be more look like the real. So this part is the sun. Okay, I'm happy with it. I keep it like this. That's enough for the sky. Now we can move the bottom part. So for this part, it's dry now. It moves a little bit into the background of the canvas, or even I'm going to I work on a wood, so it's go flatly and the water is on top. I want to be something else. I want this one be moved to the background, and then the water go to background, and then the beach come on top. So I'm coming again on top with the yellow color now to make it more, because this part is closer to us, so it can be a little bit thicker when you compare it with the sky. So it's okay if you bring it with a thick paint, just a pure yellow, then jump into orangey tone, but make sure the water should dry because they mix together. Mine is not completely dry because I use heavy paint, so I need to be careful to use really thick paint, not let them mix together and give me green color. Okay, I don't touch this part. I'm touching that part with just the brown color. Take this dark brown, want to shape as a rock. Even I can start from the top part. Here, the rock can be a little bit thick. Come inside. Just a pure brown. Design it in a way that you would like the rock be. A rock like this. I just go with really brown. Even if you like to have your brown darker than this, this is because this is burnt umber. Burnt umber is not much dark. If you want to make it darker, you can use with mixing with the blue. It more look like a blacky brownish color. Very thick paint, please bring it and then come inside. And even you can jump into reddish brown. Add some brush strokes, some movement. We don't want to let them separate and cut from the orangey tone. Like that. Then clean the brush. Then take this reddish brown with the tip of the brush, and then just under this part add a little bit brownie tone. Under each part we can add a little darker tone as a line, or even when it's a lot, we can back with this warm color like that. Okay, that's more natural. It comes up. This part of the beach is come up and show that these are on top of the water. Okay, that's fine. Now we can add some palm trees. So clean the brush with just the brownie color. I would like to draw some tree trunk. So it can place anywhere you like. I add some like 5. But we don't need to add a lot of details on each of them, just some, because they cover each other. This is one palm tree, this tiny one, it shows one here. We can add some branches and leaves on it, and one more here. Okay, that's cool. And I take a little dark brown here under this palm tree to show. That's lovely. I really wish to have a little reddish brown somewhere. Even this brown orangey tone, lovely to have, with really thick paint, would be cool. Thick paint, I just keep a lots of paint on my brush without any blending. That's that part more reddish. And then on top we can add a yellowy. With the thick paint, they already blend. So this is okay. We will wait get dry and then add the sun as the last things on top. Okay, now everything is done. Perfect in their place. So I just would like to make sure that place the sun here. So I clean the palette knife. I would like to mix a little bit yellow color with the white color to reach a lighter color of yellow. That's the nice. And then I'm going to take pure yellow as well. So if you have a clean brush, you can go with that. If not, you can go with the same brush and just make sure that very good wash the brush and then clean it. So I'm choosing the smaller brush first, and then I'm choosing the lighter color. Take not much, a little bit. I just want to place the sun here, like a sunset, sunrise, I don't know. It's sun, it's a reddish, it's like sunrise, reddish color. Very gently, just a curvy color, like a ball. It's half a circle. And then pure white color, take, add on the center. If it's thick, it doesn't matter. That's nice. And then with the same yellowy tone on a tip of brush, we want to show the reflection, but make sure the blue colors should be dry, because then the reflection getting green instead of yellowy tone. And then pure white color. Like that. So it shows that it's come down a little bit with more color of light as a reflection. Even sometimes it happens that you cover it a lot, so in between, if you want to bring back some blue, it's better to let it dry. But if it's not still dry, take a little bit paint very gently just one time, bring it in between, just one time. Because with back and forth, it mix together and give us the green tone. So if you do just once, it's fine like that. So it's more separate from each other. And then add some more brush stroke anywhere that you feel it need. And yeah, we can call our beautiful warm landscape painting is done. Great, hope you enjoy it. See you next time. Bye.